Welcome to the Beesies.
I'm Abby.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Remember the college days when you were best friends with your roommates?
You would come home and talk about anything and everything together.
We miss this phase so much that we decided we needed this quality roommate time again.
So welcome to the Beesies. Come over and get cozy with your new favorite roommates.
Last week we talked about foot in the mouth moments, and I had 2 this week, but I'm only going to share one because it actually happened to Brooke, kind of. So I went and visited her, and we were driving, and it was kind of hot in the car, and it was nice and cold outside. So Scott in the back seat had rolled his window down, and mind you, we were stopped about to turn onto a main road. She started to roll her window down, and there was a homeless person. She was just rolling it down because it was cold or like nice outside. But there was a homeless person standing on the side that thought she was rolling down her window to give them money. And so it was so bad. And they didn't have an arm. And so it was so awkward. And we didn't know what to do. So she kind of rolled it back up, and they had realized that that's not why she was rolling down. But we ended up turning around and giving them money because we felt so bad. But it was nice. We were just oh my gosh, what are the chances of just the situation was set up to be just a perfect storm, but it was pretty rough. I was I can't wait to tell people about this because that was very embarrassing, but it happened to her. So whatever.
I would feel so bad. If that was me, be oh my gosh, I'm so yes, I would have to turn around to give them money because I'm a terrible person.
It was just so awkward. It was pretty rough. And he looked so excited. That was the worst part. His face just lit up and then destroyed. So he was happy when we gave him the money.
Yeah,
that's very grateful.
That'd be so awkward.
It was so bad. It was horrendous. So anyways, that's what happened in my life this week. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, you're gonna be thinking about that for years.
It will never stop haunting me.
No. Okay, so we need to talk about Beyonce's new album real quick.
Oh yeah,
not that anything crazy. It came out today, and I'm only halfway through it because 27 songs.
It's a
27.
lot.
Yeah,
insane.
Some of them are short, kind of.
Some of them are
interludes.
Little interludes to each song, which by the way, I had just listened to, I think I've just passed Dolly Parton's intro and then going right into her song. And just the seamlessness, listening to this album, especially when I first listened to albums, I like to listen to them top to bottom, no shuffles. And just the seamlessness between songs is so satisfying. Love that so much.
Yeah.
But I want to know what your guys' thoughts are.
I love her cover of Blackbird.
Yes.
That alone, if she had just released that cover, it would be worth the wait. It's so beautiful. I did not know that song was about the civil rights, and she has a bunch of Black female country artists singing with her in this song, and so it's just so beautiful. I love the one with Post Malone too. That one's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need to go
That was the song I just had to end, and so I'm only halfway through it, but already I'm ooh, I love this.
Yeah.
And yeah, Blackbird was a shock to me because I was scrolling through the title track or the titles of all the tracks. Never clicked in my head that would be a cover. But it was really good, and I love that song, so it kind of made me a little emotional.
Yeah.
Protector as well is such a sweet song. I don't know, I just couldn't help but listen or think about Atlas while I was listening to it, and I was just this is making me emotional.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to join the country world. I'm ready to go to Stagecoach if she's there. And yeah, I'm just ready to be a cowgirl.
I love that.
Me too. That's why I have braids.
It is such a vibe.
That is so cute. Honestly, I've been digging 2 braids lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cute look.
Did you guys, I don't know if you guys would, but did you guys hear like Future and Kendrick Lamar and Metro Boomin's new song? And it's a diss
The diss
track
against Drake.
at,
Yeah, against Drake is such a baby. He left. Yeah, he's a baby. I like the way he like stormed out of the club in the like so he could go to the studio and write a diss track.
Oh my gosh.
oh, is that, I didn't
He's a
even see
baby.
that.
Yeah.
I love the diss track. It's so good. But I just want to say, I just want them to thank me because a couple months ago, I was telling Jacob, I was literally like, Drake and someone else needs to just have a ghostwriter. I was specifically talking about Glorb, who I've talked about before, who makes the SpongeBob diss tracks. But he's so good at writing. And I said, Drake needs to just have a fake like battle with someone, and they heard me, and Kendrick did it, and that's why they're getting all of this.
There you go.
That's so
fame right
kind
now.
of them.
Kendrick Lamar is amazing. Everything he touches turns to gold.
So true.
Like anytime, especially when him and Beyonce are
Oh,
together, it's magic.
Him and Beyonce kill it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it, so I have no thoughts. But I love a
Same.
diss track.
It's so good.
I am here. Here's the thing with a diss track. Give me the drama. But I
Yes.
need you to be detailed and straightforward. I don't want any vagueness at all.
I don't want it to
I
be
want
poetic.
names dropped. Yes.
And that's
I
what Kendrick
want
did.
it to be
Like he didn't say their names,
I
but
love
he
it then.
said he like called them out. He said the name of their song that they have together, First Person Shooter.
I love
And then
that.
in the song, J. Cole is like, I love when they argue who's the better MC. Is it K. Dot? Is it Drake or it's me? And then Kendrick is like, F the big 3. It's just big me. And I'm like, literally go off.
Ooh. See, I love that.
And it's so cute. Kendrick Lamar is like 5'5".
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
What a little cutie. I wanna
Yeah.
Put him in my pocket.
It's such
Yeah.
a cute diss track.
Yeah.
I feel like we should write a diss track.
Oh my gosh, I would love to.
Just to stir up some drama. You know?
I don't know if I have anyone to write a diss track about.
No,
though.
we'll
We
diss
can
each
start
other.
some beef.
Because this came out of nowhere.
You know,
I
I was
will.
thinking
Is it-
our husbands and boyfriends.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
But they're all
maybe I could do that.
lyricists. They would hit us
No,
back.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Derek
They
will-
would actually destroy us.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a terrible
Like
idea.
Derek and Andrew
Yeah, it's a
teaming
really,
up would
really
be
bad
scary.
idea. I can
Ooh,
handle being
true.
dissed by just about anyone. I can't handle being dissed by my
People
husband
I care about.
because he goes for the throat. Like
Well, and like with Scott on the
doesn't
team,
care about
the
my
production
feelings.
value would be pretty good too. So like he's kind of like he is our producer, you know. So like that would be a little rough.
I could
Yeah.
feel
Be like,
it the
hey,
most
could you
from
do this for
Jacob.
us?
yeah, exactly.
It would be rough. I love that.
Now I want them to. We should have them write a diss track and we'll read it. And let our followers
Yeah.
agree if it's good or not.
I was like, I'm
I'm
not
gonna
ready
pass.
for that.
I don't want to be a part of that one.
We'll tell
So if
them
there's
read it out.
never an episode Abby can't make it to, then we'll do it.
Perfect.
Any other
Yep.
updates from the week from y'all?
I'm on spring break and I'm just
No.
finally like alive again.
Feeling alive. That's so nice. But are you so happy that the sun is out?
Yeah,
Not like right at this minute, but like in general.
I got a sunburn. I've been going to
Uh-oh.
free
I
yoga
wish I
class
was
at Core
sunburned.
Power.
Ooh, we love that.
Nice.
It's insane.
I need to be in the sun more.
I am craving so badly to just like live in my swimsuit right now. I want to just swim all day long. I want to go to the lake, like take spontaneous trips to the lake, pull out my paddleboard and just like lay on the water, float for hours. That is
Yeah.
the dream life I want to have right now. It is not possible for me. That makes me sad. But I cannot wait for like a little bit of I'm just excited for summer. Spring just makes me so anxious for summer.
I love spring.
Yeah, I'm the opposite where I'm in the mood for the sun to explode and end
Oh.
mankind as we know it.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds fun too.
So like seasonal
Okay.
depression.
It's
Hey.
like then I wouldn't have to pay my rent.
Well, there would be no rent to be paid.
Exactly. I love that.
All problems solved.
Well,
Yeah.
should we talk about our topic?
Yes.
Now
I
that
mean,
we've
the
destroyed
sun's
world?
out. It's spring. For some, the weather is beautiful. And what
Spring.
better activity to have in the spring than a wedding?
Honestly.
Yep. Spring weddings.
It's wedding season, y'all.
Iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, believe me, I know.
I was like,
Except
I'm
actually, I
busy.
don't. I'm not actually that busy. I purposefully said no to just about everything. So
Good.
I'm not currently going to weddings right now till I think May's busy. So just wait till May and I'll tell you all about it.
I love that.
But it is the best time. And in my opinion, I used to be so into like fall weddings. I think spring is more where it's at right now. Like everything
Yes.
about spring as a season feels like it goes along with a wedding. Like, you know, kind of similar about like spring is like the like sort of rebirth or blooming or like coming into a new season. Like
Resurrection.
that sort of
It is Good
resurrection.
Friday after all.
Okay, sorry. Thought you said something else.
Erection.
Insurrection.
You thought-
Insurrection.
Erection.
January 6th. Oh.
Erection.
I was like, that's an interesting thing to say about spring.
now that I've
I'll
said it
jump
5
at any
times.
opportunity to talk about January 6th.
And I'll
No,
jump
that-
at any opportunity to talk about an erection.
Yeah, that okay. Never mind. Anyways, my point is I just feel like there are similar themes between spring and weddings, and I like that, and I think that there's so many fun creative things you can do with the season, and they just get me excited. So, anyways,
When you guys check your mail and you see a wedding invite, are you like, "Ugh, really? I have to go to another one of these? Or are you like, yay, I love weddings. I'm excited.
I love weddings.
I love weddings. I don't get invites too many that I wouldn't be excited about going to, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I'm out of that phase in my life where someone puts up like, we need your addresses, and I put my like address for every single one. Like the only weddings I've been to in the last 2 years that I can think of are like close friends or family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
at a
feel
And
good
those
I
are
feel
place.
exciting because I want to celebrate with those people.
Yeah. I also
So I'm excited about
love
it.
any opportunity to have a dance party. So
I
as
don't
long
feel
as there's
happy or
dancing,
sad.
You just feel
You
nothing.
just feel neutral.
And also, usually I can't go to them. I feel like
Mm.
a lot of my wedding
Oh.
invites are like out of state or like during school or something. But I do get
Oh,
sad for a
yeah.
lot of weddings because I know that the music is going to suck. So that is one
Ooh.
thing.
Burn.
So that is something I learned from my wedding. Let me talk about my DJ for a second. I've got
Okay.
beef with him. If I could see him
Ooh.
now, I'd fight him. Not really. I'm being
Ooh.
kind of dramatic, but this is something I would have definitely done differently, is invested a little bit more into a DJ. We got him as like a family friend kind of recommendation thing, pretty cheap. I sent him 2 playlists. One was like the chill music to be playing in the background during like dinner, all of that stuff. That killed it. He did great. Played exactly every single song I asked for. And I was pretty neurotic in the sense that I was like, these are the songs I want. These are the songs I don't want. If it's not on the playlist, don't play it.
Don't play
And
it.
I timed it out and everything. Like there was more than enough for him to work with. When it came to the reception, man went off script.
Oh no.
And did not play half of the songs that I like wanted to. And like I curated it to the sense where I was like, I don't like, I care obviously that they're good to dance to, but like for Scott and I was also like, I want them to be songs that we love. Like I don't really care
Yeah.
if people there don't love them because it's not their wedding, it's my wedding.
Right.
For example, one of my favorite songs for like dance party environments is Buy You a Drink. Guess what was not played? Buy You a Drink.
Oh.
Crime.
Wow.
So that's my first beef with him. Second beef was I explained Sir, you're the only one in this room with a microphone. You have to announce when things are happening. Here is our schedule. You need to announce said things. Did not do it. And you maybe remember this, Abby, or maybe you've blocked it out, but there was multiple times when he would either come up to me or I think you or Maya and be like, okay, are we doing this now? And I would just be like, I don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know this. Like,
Exactly.
This is why I gave you the schedule.
Like, sir, you are in charge here.
Yeah. And so, like, I'm okay that we didn't do a bouquet toss, but that's why we didn't do one, was because by the time we were supposed to do one, it was like too late, basically. Like, we just literally didn't have time to do it because he didn't announce it when we were supposed to.
Yeah.
So that is my one major thing that I would have done differently. But I didn't know that I needed to plan for that. So research your DJs a little better.
DJs are actually so much more important than people like think.
I didn't think it mattered.
It always, like, the quality of party, like reception, like if you really want a reception with lots of dancing, really good vibes, you gotta have a good DJ.
Yeah. And the dancing was very fun, don't get me wrong. But, like, I also didn't want the Cupid Shuffle played, and it was played.
Ugh.
Ooh, I hate that.
Yep. My DJ said that too, like, or did that too, because we told her specifically, do not play any line dances. We do not want line dances. Like, I don't like them. Played, like, I think 2 or 3 line dances. I was like, yeah, you really didn't listen to me there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was on this specific do not play list even.
Wow.
So, anyways, what else would, Abby, Jenny, is there anything that you would do differently? Or anything you learned?
Things that we learned from wedding planning. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So here's the thing. What I learned is that I wouldn't have a wedding. Like, I literally would just have...
Sign the paper and get it over with?
Yeah. Like,
or not even do that?
When did you realize that, though? Was it, like, during the planning or, like, the wedding day or, like, months after you're like, okay, we didn't really need to do that?
I feel like it was even, like, before. Like...
Okay. Yeah.
I felt like it was almost pressure to do all of that. And I was like, okay, like, I have to do this. But then, and then it was just especially, and then, like, the day of, I was like, oh, I wish I was not here. Like, I did not, I just...
You're like, I'm
She's
not
like,
having
this is
a
the
fun
one
time.
place I don't want to be.
That's pretty rough.
And so I would literally, and I tell everyone, I'm just like, just elope. Like, if you're going to get married, like, it's so, I don't know. I would just not do it. I really liked my dress and my colors, but, like, having a wedding, I don't even, like, not into it.
What was stressful about it?
I think just, like, family and, like, having people there and, like, having to, like, kind of entertain and just, like, also getting married. Like, I was so stressed out getting married because I was so young, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I was, like, not prepared to get married. I don't know. It was, like, all just a crazy day. And I was just like, this is too much for me.
Here's the other question, too, is, like, did you care about that stuff? Like, when it came to stuff like colors, flowers, make this decision, what do we eat, what do we do that? Did you care?
I cared about
were
my
you like,
colors and dress because I just really liked them. Like, I knew I wanted that, like, because I don't even know, like, maybe sunset or fall colors. But that was the only thing I thought. I also was pretty chill about it. I didn't buy my wedding dress until, I think, 2 days before the wedding. And, like, also it wasn't a real wedding dress. Like, I got it from, like, Macy's or something.
it was just a white dress.
Yeah, it was just a white dress. But I didn't really care about anything else. Like, I didn't take bridal pictures. I didn't, like, do anything. And I support that. I think everyone should do nothing and not have a wedding party. I think you should have an anniversary party. I'll have a lit anniversary party.
Yeah, there you go. When you have money, when you're a little bit older, and you can do all that stuff. Because I feel like stressful when you don't have an opinion, you don't care, but you're told you're supposed to care.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we need you to make these decisions. It's like, I don't want to make these decisions. I don't care about them. And so that's like, that stresses people out, you know, a lot. I feel like
stressful.
And whatever you do, I feel like people always tell you, like, oh, you're going to regret doing that. You're going to wish you had done it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Every time.
you
We
never
also had
know.
multiple people ask us to change the date. And I was like, no.
What?
No.
Wait, that's wild.
That's a little rude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's okay at all. The only reason I could see people thinking it was okay because the date was given kind of last minute. Like, wasn't it like 3 weeks before?
Yeah, it was like a month before. But I feel like that's when
But
it was
even that-
official. We had like
Yeah.
the people that like knew, I don't know. The people that asked, I don't know. But I feel like
That's weird
anyways,
to me though.
like just don't.
Like regardless.
Like you should.
You could
even if
find
it's
out a
last
week
minute, like,
before.
don't ask.
Yes. No, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, why would we, like, what if this date has significance for us, or you don't know what we've already paid for,
Right.
and like stuff like, if
Yeah.
you can't go,
And
be like, oh
chances
my gosh,
are-
I'm so sorry I can't make it. Not say, could you move the date for me?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Chances are, if they're inviting you kind of like last minute as well, they don't really care if you are there or not. Like, they're going to check with the
Wait.
people that are most important.
Everyone-
Well, like your parents, like you probably are
Yes.
like, hey, mom, dad, when are you available?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
those are the important people, sisters, like best friends. And then beyond that, like if you're not like, I guess, asked about availability, it's probably like, that's
Yeah.
fine.
No,
Like,
I get what
know?
you mean.
yeah.
Like for us, there was like two families, extended families that weren't able to come to our wedding that, like, obviously I wish they would have been there, but like they were far enough that I was like, sorry, I didn't care. Like, not that I didn't care, but like
Yeah.
you weren't one of the people I was checking if your
Yeah.
kids were on spring break or stuff like that. Like
right.
the people who I knew I needed there, I knew they could be there.
Yeah.
And that's just the thing about weddings in general, is you do unfortunately have to kind of prioritize people and like list people off in a way of like who's most important to you.
Yep.
So that you don't get caught up in making sure that everybody is there, everybody gets this or whatever. It's like you have your special people and those are the ones that are important,
Yeah.
Otherwise
Ugh.
it's just too much.
I'm so
No
anti-wedding.
one person can handle a party like that. So,
I agree.
I don't know.
Taking it back one step, like your engagement and your proposal, is there anything you wish you would have known before, like the proposal or the engagement?
I hated the colors that my nails were for my wedding and my engagement.
Did you know that you were getting engaged?
Nope.
Okay,
so what's honestly worked out really well, because I knew, like, we had gone to pick out my ring basically. And so I knew it would be coming within the next like month, but I still thought like there was, because he got the ring like 2 weeks early. So I was like, oh, there's no way he would have it yet. So my nails had actually been broken. And then I went and got them fixed that morning, which I'm very glad I did. But it was like kind of like a yellowish orange color. And it's not bad. Like, it was pretty neutral. So it like really doesn't matter. It's very whatever. But looking back, I just didn't love the color. Even when I was getting it done, I was like, oh, I don't really like this color. But I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, I'll get my nails done again before I get engaged. I did not. I got engaged that night. That's the one thing I can think of very frivolous about getting engaged that I would have changed.
The thing that comes to my mind about the whole process, lessons I learned or whatever, I think it's really, I wish I would have thought about this before, is getting a credit card for wedding expenses only, and like an email address too for like wedding related topics. And
that's
then
smart.
yeah, you do all your communication with your vendors through that one email address, so everything's in the same spot. And then using a credit card, you then rack up points, because it is a large expense. You get, especially like credit cards are usually like spend within the first 3 months and you get all these extra points. And then you get extra points for your honeymoon, and you use those to pay off whatever trip you get to have. So you kind of get a discounted or almost cheap or free honeymoon.
Yeah.
Wish we would have done that.
We did do that and it was amazing.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So
When I got proposed to, I just remember I got into like a nicer outfit, and then I was like, ugh, I'm not gonna wear this. So then I changed into a more chill, casual outfit, and I didn't look as nice. And that was it.
when
So-
you were proposed to,
Yeah.
you said? Okay. I didn't remember if you said your wedding. I was like, wait, what? Gotcha.
So moral of the story, always be on your A game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always look hot.
Even if you're single, you never know.
If you know it's
You
coming
really
around the
don't
corner,
know.
exactly. You never know.
Um,
The other like lesson I feel like I learned with wedding planning was that I would not hire people that were discounted or friends. Like there were a few family friends that we had. Like we had a family friend do the flowers, and that was great. Like I loved my flowers so much. She did perfect. And then I had a family friend do the cake, and I was like perfectly happy with that because I wanted a simple cake. But more than that, like I wish I could have hired people that I really, really wanted for myself and not worried about price so much, which sucks because you do have to stick to a budget.
Yeah.
Like it's so unrealistic to be like, oh, no budget, whatever. But even like my photographer, I wasn't even looking at this girl, wasn't considering her. And then she like reached out to me and was like, I'd love to do your wedding. And I was like, can you do it for this much money? And she's like, yeah. So I was like, okay, great. Didn't even think about it. So looking back, like that was a big regret of mine. So just like hire the people that you want to hire for the important things, and especially a planner. That
Yes.
I would have liked a planner.
I wrote down pretty much exactly what you just said, and I need to preface this with the exception of you, Abby. The only, because you were obviously my photographer, the only
Yeah.
reason I would go back and not have done you is simply so that you could fully enjoy the day. Not because like I wasn't happy with the photos or anything. Like obviously
You
I
can
love
be unhappy with the photos.
No.
It's fine. I won't be hurt. But
my
I know what you
bridals
mean.
are literally the prettiest things to ever exist. So it would
Yeah.
literally just be for that reason. So you are the exception to what I'm about to say.
Thank you. I
All
love
of
you.
the areas love you of my wedding that I like would have done a little different, it was that exact thing of like it was a friend of a family or it was like super discounted or something, and those were the areas that I'm like, oh, this is the one thing I look back on and was like not obsessed with. Like flowers, for example, I thought my flowers did look really pretty, but it was the same person who had done all of Scott's sister's flowers. So it's kind of like a family friend thing. And she did a great job, but the communication was really rough. Like I didn't hear from her pretty much after booking until 2 days before the wedding. And that's when she was like confirmed. And like I had been reaching out and stuff. You just unlocked a memory when you had brought it up. And so I was like so stressed about it. And then there were like 2 little things that she did decoration wise, like day of, that she made that decision on and asked me about. And I was like, those are the 2 things that I look back and like didn't like how they looked. And I was very specific on like, I don't really want to be asked any questions on my wedding day. Like ask my sister who knows all of my answers. But they like, she was coming to me directly. And I'm like, in the moment, I'm like, I have 50 other things I'm doing. Like, I'm just going to say, sure, do it. But I don't like the 2 decoration things that she changed. So again, very trivial. I'm sounding like such a bridezilla. Oh my gosh. But anyways, and a wedding planner, I think, makes a big difference.
See, my advice is like completely opposite, and it probably doesn't apply to most people. It's just like, I think you can be pretty chill about all of it. Like, I don't know, I loved my wedding bouquet, and Jacob's aunt just got it from Trader Joe's that morning. And I thought it was
love
so
that.
pretty.
I love it.
And then like
I think
my
I would
wedding,
have liked that more.
yeah, and like my wedding flowers were just from like the flower district here in downtown LA. Like, and a lot of our food was just like made by family. And I feel like all of that's fine. But I don't know, I have never cared deeply about having a big, like, I think we probably spent less than $4,000 on our wedding, and like
That's amazing.
Yeah,
we didn't,
that's amazing.
and that wasn't really,
I guess
I don't know.
I should explain the difference with like not necessarily like spend more money, but I think hire specifically for styles that you like. So like there's definitely like florists, for example, that I could have gotten for the exact same price that I like the style more. And so that's what I wish I would have paid more attention to.
And it does seem dumb to be like, flowers are flowers. Like, does it really matter in the end? But they're really are. It's like, it's art. And every artist is a little bit different and does things differently. And there are certain florists that I look at that I'm like, I am obsessed with every single one of your stuff that you post. And then there's others that are like, this one's fine. So it's just about finding like the right people for you. And then also understanding that, yeah, not everybody is the same. Not everybody wants the same thing. I'm somebody who likes big weddings. I like big parties. I'm like especially really obsessed with like luxury weddings right now. So I am that type of person, but there's other people who are not that type of person. And like, you know, that's just, I also don't believe that there's one right way to do it.
Totally.
So I talk to like
So
couples that
true,
are
facts.
all across the board.
Yeah.
So
if you guys were to get married today, what would your wedding look like?
today.
I can start.
Okay.
It would be friends and close family only, size-wise. So, like, literally, like, Jenny, your size wedding, I feel like that's what I would go for. Because I just didn't love having, like, people at our wedding that, like, Scott and I both didn't know. Like, that's weird to me looking back. Colors, I really liked my colors, actually, but I think I would want to go for a little bit more of, like, bright, springy colors. I've been very obsessed with, like, just not like neon colors, but just very vibrant colors lately. And lots of greenery, which I did do at my wedding and I really liked. Aesthetic wise, I feel like same kind of thing, just like a garden party, just very like springy, happy vibes. I think I would have my exact same dress, honestly. I absolutely loved my dress and I loved the cut of it and everything. So I wouldn't change that. The only thing I would change is maybe having like a fun reception party dress or jumpsuit or something. But I also loved my dress and I loved being in it all night.
Ooh, that would be so fun. A cute, sparkly reception dress.
Yes, I love those. They're so fun.
I'm into it.
And then if I'm spending someone else's money, the location would be south of France. I just feel like it would fit the vibe that I'm going for.
That is a dream.
And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be getting married today, I might as well dream big. So
Please
that's what I said.
do that for your like
I love
anniversary. Like 20th
I would love
anniversary.
to do that for like a 20th anniversary or 25, I feel like is a good
25.
like year. Cause also I'm like, if we do have kids, they'd be a little older by then. So like that would be a fun thing for them.
Yeah.
Should I say who my bridesmaids would be now or do we want to do that after?
Oh yeah, do it now.
You can say who they are.
Wait.
We'll do each person's like fully.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Brooke would be my
before
only
we go to the
bridesmaid.
next one.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
What I would do though is I would have like a wedding party light almost. But like as far as like if I were to have anyone standing up at the ceremony or like I like coordinated to our colors or anything, I think I would just have it be Brooke just because like she's also genuinely like the person I'm closest to. And she's the person that's most consistent in my life and will always be. And so like any girlfriend in my life, I would have be like a part of the wedding party per se, but not like technically a bridesmaid, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the vibe I would be going for.
Lit.
I love it.
Mackenzie?
Kenzie, I want to know what yours is because you're the only one here who hasn't had a wedding yet.
Yeah, I mean, just because I'm like so weird about marriage, if I were to get married, it would be like more of like a financial transaction. So like
I love that.
Signing a contract.
While I love attending the big parties and stuff, I would feel very stressed.
Yes.
Like throwing a big party and like wanting to entertain everyone. So sorry to friends and family, I would just want to elope
I
with
love
like
that.
me and Derek like at a courthouse and have it just be us.
And Lou?
Then and Lou.
He can be your witness.
You
Yeah.
could get married in the San Francisco courthouse.
Yeah, like
It's gorgeous.
something fun
It's
like
like-
that.
The most gorgeous thing I've ever seen.
And then one thing I am like I would be a bridezilla about is the bridals. I would want like for my flowers, like kind of very like vibrant, lots of color. And then I would want to take my bridals in like a cute little like wedding dress in like Paris or something.
Yes.
And-
cute.
And that would be the only thing I care about is
Yeah.
like a wedding dress in front of the Eiffel Tower.
I love
Yeah.
that. And that's how you can
Kinda
put the money
more-
towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Kind
it
of
would
more
cost
like
the
an
same
editorial.
amount as like
Honestly.
a regular wedding.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like a editor. I can imagine like a magazine editorial vibe.
Yeah.
Very like simple about the couple, not so much about anything else, and then just like but really cute like fashion
Yeah.
design, like everything like that.
Yeah.
I can envision it. I love it for you.
And no bridesmaids because it's
Oh,
an
and
elopement.
yeah, no bridesmaids.
I was going to say, yeah, there's no need
no
for
one's
him.
there. Which
Mm-hmm.
Can I come
I
to your
hate that.
bridals?
I mean, yeah, sure, but like I hate that everyone wants to be at your wedding. Like I
Really?
yeah. I just want to be alone.
Yes.
Also,
We
can
won't
I
go
say
then.
something?
Yeah.
Can I say something that will not make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If Derek and I talked about, like, if we talked tonight and we both agreed that we wanted to get married, and then, like, we don't say anything about it for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks from now, Derek proposes to me, I would be upset. Because I'd be like, what if I had changed my mind
Oh no.
in the past 2 weeks? Like,
You
where's
want
the
like
consent?
an ask right before
Yeah.
So you want
him
that's why
to
he's
ask.
asking.
to propose.
He's not like
Yeah, I
telling
need
you.
consent for him to propose. Yeah.
You know, you can say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you can say no.
But then that's just so embarrassing and awkward. And then it's like, well, is the relationship over if I say no? Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that
That's a
could
good
be
point.
hard. That would be
Depends on your
interesting.
approach, I guess.
Yeah.
When Rory said no to Logan, she turned him down forever. When other people say no, sometimes they're like, just not right now. You're
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it could be just a not right now, you know.
Yeah.
Wait,
Jenny,
That's
what
what
do
I'll
people
say
say?
when he proposes.
It's a not
No.
goodbye. See you later.
yeah. Yes. Jenny,
Um,
I'm guessing your wedding would be kind of similar, maybe?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I have it all planned out. What I
Okay,
care
I'm
most
ready.
about is a bachelorette party. And so
Okay.
what I'm
Yes.
doing is I'm
I
taking
love
all of
it.
the girls to Europe. And it's going to be like a 3-week trip south of France, all the good places. I come back. The group is very small, and I'm copying. I read this in Steve Jobs' daughter's memoir, and I wish I did it. What he did is what I will do, which is go to Yosemite, stay in the what's it called, the Awani Hotel, which is the hotel actually that's in the movie The Shining. But anyways, it's a big fancy hotel in Yosemite. I'll have my closest people. Honestly, I wish people didn't want to come because there's people I wouldn't really care to be there. They like have to. But like I want my parents, sister. That's it. And Mackenzie and Lou,
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
especially Lou. And then
Can I tell you something that, sorry, I'm just go. I'm just eager to talk about myself.
And then we are in Yosemite, a little elopement vibe, and I have a cake that looks like Half Dome. And
Ooh.
it's winter time, so we eat the Half Dome cake, and it's actually
Wait,
it's not going
you
to be
should put
cake 'cause I
powdered
don't like
sugar on the half
yes,
dome.
that's genius. And what's inside won't be cake because I don't like cake, but it's going to look like a Half Dome cake. And then we all go snowshoeing because it's winter time, and we snowshoe
I love
in
that.
Yosemite.
Ooh. I
That
want to go
sounds fun.
snowshoeing.
Yeah, so that's what I would do.
There you go. I love it.
Okay.
Isn't it
I
Were
love a
you
amazing?
good
at your
Yosemite
weddings?
elopement.
were you guys terrified to kiss in front of your parents?
In front of everyone. Were any of you?
That
None of you were in the temple when I got married. I like wasn't like I didn't kiss Jacob. He was like, "You can kiss," and I was like, "Oh." And then I did kiss.
I
That
wouldn't.
is the most uncomfortable kiss ever, by the way,
So
because it's silent.
Yeah.
And so you hear the kiss, even if it is a little peck, you hear it.
Oh.
And it is like disgusting. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not like people are like clapping like they are at your wedding.
Doing anything in
Exactly.
front
They're
of
not
anyone.
cheering. And there's no celebration. It's just like a hi, congratulations. Like all like whispering, like,
I didn't like that.
I'm so happy for you. Welcome to the family.
Stop, you're
Just
triggering
Abby
me.
ASMR.
That's so trigger. That's so real.
I don't even know if anyone will be able to hear that, but yeah, you're like whispering like congratulations to each other. And
I
like,
hate that, honestly.
awkwardly hugging the whole family as they walk past you. Like, oh, it just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
love
fine kissing.
I love a Yosemite elopement, Jenny.
I know,
That
it's
is
genius.
dreamy vibes on so many levels, and I fully support.
Thank you,
Would you have any
fully support.
bridesmaids?
Lou.
Well, no one's going to her wedding.
Lou would be the bridesmaid.
Lou would
Lou,
wear a little
mhm.
dress, and he'd look beautiful. But he'd wear a white dress, a wedding dress.
Yes. I love that.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
All right.
Dogs in wedding dresses.
Abby,
Okay.
give us your wedding.
Honestly, Brittany, I feel like you and I could have a
Wait, should we
conjoined
get
wedding.
married?
Ooh.
Maybe. Because a lot of what you said is so similar to mine, and maybe that just has to do with like trends right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
do
feel like maybe
feel-
that's just a trend. Okay, when it comes to wedding size, I am down for a big party. So I'm still having a large wedding, yet I'm only inviting people that are important to me and friends and family. Unfortunately, my family is so large, and Andrew's family is so large, that it does have to be a lot of people. But I would stay in probably like the 100 to 125 range.
Okay.
And the reason that's way smaller than before was because I think about 300 people showed up to my last wedding.
That's
So that was so many people. I didn't know half of them. I didn't talk to anybody. It was, an open house wedding. Come, drop off a present, leave. I got a lot of gifts. I love that part. But I want to be able to know everybody who's there. So that would change. In terms of colors, we would be doing a color palette. I don't believe in like picking two colors anymore. I think that is so like old traditions, and I'm just here for a color palette.
Yes.
Meaning like if it's in the springtime, we're doing spring colors, pastels, like, think of spring as a season in terms of like clothes, the warm, bright, soft spring colors. And all of my bridesmaids would have different colored dresses, so it would be like a big rainbow.
I love that.
I'm not into like the trend of everybody's wearing the same color as much anymore as I used to. I still love it. It looks good, but
I like
we're
the
all
variety.
doing something different.
Did your guys'
Yeah.
bridesmaids wear the same colors?
Same exact dress for both of us.
Same dress. Yeah.
Not us having the same dress, but all of our bridesmaids had the same dress.
Right. Yes.
I said that
kept
weird.
consistent. Aesthetic, I also don't believe in themes anymore. It used to be like a thing to have a theme for your wedding, and I think that is dumb. I think the theme mostly just should go based off of like your
Vibes.
location, the
yeah.
vibes of the location, the vibes of the dress, and like just pick pieces that you like, and then it will all blend together. I don't really like. I also just think about that in terms of my house and stuff. I don't decorate based off of a theme anymore.
Yeah.
I
Just
used to.
Vibes.
So I think that's dumb. So if we're doing spring, we're doing, like you said, Brittany, a spring garden party. I also desperately want to have a wedding in the French countryside in like a castle or like lavender fields or something like that.
Yeah.
So
We're all
Like-
going to France.
Let's
Yeah,
literally all
right?
just go there right now and get married.
Mm-hmm.
To
Right.
Harry.
So that would be the theme. Yes. And then when it comes to my dress, that would change because looking back, I really don't love my wedding dress like hardly at all
Really?
anymore. Yeah. I
What
want to
about
be a
it?
little bit more scandalous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We were a little too covered up
You were covered
And
up.
with good
Not
reason.
your arms. Your arms were
No,
out there.
I did have short sleeves, but I'm ready to have like
You want your
I'm
boobs
really-
out.
Yeah, I just like the sheer tops with like the really, I don't know,
Nip
flowy.
covers?
No, like when lace is like sheer
Yeah.
and it's like a V-neck or something like that, like the spaghettis. I have a vision in my head. I don't know how to describe it, but and I don't have a specific dress in mind, but we're showing some skin. That's basically all there is to it, and
I support it.
so
I love
that
it.
is my dream wedding. And I will be recreating this whenever I open up my venue in the
Yes.
future that is not determined yet. But if I ever do get to do it, I am going to have like an opening day, like an opening night,
Where you get
grand opening
married.
party.
Yes. Well,
To
just like
yourself.
a party.
Yes.
Like
there
a
will be no
launch
actual
party.
wedding.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it could be a vow renewal, but there won't be like an actual wedding. It's just like a mock reception
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah.
I love
And
that. That's a
I'm
great
going
idea.
to create
But you
it
should
based
get
off of
married
what I
to
want.
yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Just you show up in a wedding dress. The wedding dress you wish you wore.
Yes.
It's a business expense.
Exactly.
You have
Yeah,
to.
right. Write it off.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
So,
Who are your
that's my
bridesmaids,
dreams.
Abby?
Oh, okay. That's complicated, I feel like, because I have so many sisters that it
Be
just
ruthless.
makes my
No, this is
wedding
just
party
what you
so
wish
big.
in your mind.
I
So,
know.
okay, pretend you don't have sisters.
and
yeah.
that
Or
you're just
that's
friends
pretend
with
you
your
do.
sisters.
I still want my best friends to be a part of a wedding party. I still want a wedding party. So it would basically be you three, Sydney and Michaela, and I think that's mostly it in terms of like friends. Now, if I were to add all my sisters on top of that, that's like 10 people. So I don't think I would include my sisters in a wedding party.
That's okay.
They've been cut
Maybe I
off.
would only include one.
We have the exact
one?
opposite.
Causes a lot of problems.
I know exactly
Which
which
one?
So I'm not sharing. But it's
They
just
know
because
who they are.
I know. It's just because that's just a lot of people.
It is.
And some of my sisters have kids now, and I just think that if you have a kid and you're doing a wedding, that becomes a lot of work. I've seen it before where like bridesmaids have so many kids that they're also trying to take care of, and it's just so much work.
Yeah,
So I'm doing you a favor,
exactly.
you know?
I love that.
That's facts.
So, yes.
Okay.
That's going to be my wedding.
Alrighty. Last thing. Talking about all the wedding fun things. Let's talk about other people's horrible things. We're going to read
Yes.
some wedding horror stories to end it out.
My
Get a little
favorite.
chuckle in. So, first one that I have is one of my elementary school best friends was literally locked in a bathroom on the day of her wedding by her mother-in-law. She eventually was let out or got out, but fun times. So, and now I guess they are sadly divorced. Which
Oh, well, if I had a mother-in-law like that, probably, yeah.
I just need to know how long they were locked in. That's wild.
Oh, no.
So.
That's sucky.
Honestly.
I don't think I could marry someone with a crazy mom.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't like a yeah, I know how it is. It's just
Yeah, yeah. It was just like you're right.
Crazy family
have
in
a hard
general.
time with
Family's
that.
important because you're stuck with them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Through the eternities.
Okay, this one says, I went to a wedding a few years back where the bride and groom's first dance was near the cake in the center of the dance floor. They attempted the dirty dancing move right into the cake. It was one of those wedding disasters you see in the wedding compilation videos. It was a big yikes all around. Oh, I can't imagine being covered in cake on my wedding day like that.
The thing
I'm
is,
so sorry.
I feel like if I had gotten married when I was younger, I would be like, I'm done. That is the worst thing to ever happen to me. Now, I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, if my dress got ruined, remember
Yeah.
that's the one thing I care about.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's
Yeah.
the worst thing to ever happen to me.
Yeah, I would need to know
Right.
the extent of the damage because it could be really funny. It could go either way.
If
Yeah.
anyone else's dress got ruined, it would be hilarious. If it's my dress, it's devastating.
End of the
Boo.
world.
Yeah, honestly.
This one says, mother of the bride asking if she can use the officiant at the wedding to get married to her fiance also. Quote, won't be a big distraction. We will just go off to the side. That's iconic.
Not a big distraction.
What?
But it'll be a distraction.
Like, we're all just here. Might as well, like, just also ask him to marry us.
Honestly,
No.
might as well. If we're
No.
being honest.
Wrong.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan.
That also adds more complications because you got to bring, like, a whole, like, wedding certificate.
Yeah, how prepared were they?
No,
Did
wait,
they
what
come
is
with a wedding certificate?
It is called that. Okay. I was like, wait, what is it called again?
Yeah.
Like, are they a marriage
A
certificate?
marriage license.
A marriage license. Thank you.
There we
Did
go.
they come prepared with a marriage license? Because that's a little shocking. Like, you can't just get that within 24 hours.
No.
So
I
that's
hate
what's
that.
weird.
The story I found, I'll just paraphrase. So basically, for the speeches portion of the wedding, they had like a really nice projector set up so people could do like slideshows and stuff. And the first couple of speeches were like amazing. Like the groom's mom had died from cancer, so like they had talked about that in the speeches, and everyone was crying. And then after that, the best man gets up and he projects a slideshow of every single one of the groom's exes and compares the exes to the bride,
No.
but he does it in like categories. So one of the categories was like bedroom potential. Like
No.
I love that.
so crazy.
No.
I would love to be at a wedding where something like that happens.
Yes.
Oh my
Like, can you
gosh.
imagine like the horror on people's faces?
I would love that. I want to be there. That's horrendous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh
if it
my
if it
gosh.
happened to me, I would cut that man out of
Gone.
our lives.
Gone,
But,
gone,
like,
gone.
That is so funny.
I would love to be a
That's
spectator.
crazy.
That's so wild. Okay. This story is, I can paraphrase it as well. Basically, bride had a form-fitting dress and it was very tight, so she decided to do a cleanse right before the wedding. And right as they were already announced that they were coming out for their first dance, she shat,
Oh no. Oh no.
exploded,
I knew that's where this
and
was
it was
going.
like too late to go back. And so she's dancing with her now husband, and he's like
Oh.
rubbing her back, making it way worse. And then he
No.
realized what was happening, and they cut the dance short. And I think
Ended
they
the
were
wedding.
like, well, they were like in a field. Like the venue was not like a building or something. So they had to spray her off with a hose.
No.
Oh, that's dehumanizing.
Yes.
Treat her like a dog.
So
I know.
that's my story.
Oh,
Not
my
mine.
goodness.
So,
Oh
Abby,
my goodness.
what's your last story?
Please don't go on a diet before your wedding. Like, I understand we all want to look good, but like, don't go on a cleanse. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. A friend of mine, this is longer. I will not be paraphrasing because I have not read it yet. It's a surprise to me. So
That's
sorry
okay.
about that. A friend of mine dated a guy for a long time who was a big Disney fan. Let's call him Mickey. They went to Disney together a few times, though it was never as much her thing as it was his. Later on in college, they amicably broke up. She got together with a friend from the same college friend group, and they managed to all remain friendly to the point that Mickey was a groomsman at the wedding years later. Maid of honor was a childhood friend of the bride's and not part of the friend college group. She's giving her speech at the reception. La-di-da, it's going fine. And at the end of her big finish is, and they don't have to go to Disney to be at the happiest place on earth because anywhere they are together is the happiest place on earth. Yep, she mixed up Mickey and the husband. Apparently, everyone just sort of stared in horror, and she had no idea of her mistake. I feel bad for the girl. It wasn't malicious, but this story has gone down in infamy. That is a big foot in the mouth moment.
Yes.
Like,
oh my
I was
gosh.
seeing stories like that online where it would be like the father-in-law calling like the bride by the boy's like ex-girlfriend's name or something
Yes.
like that, and it's like, oh my god.
oh
Yes.
no.
So many like that. It's so bad.
That's literally,
Ugh.
mine says, the father of the groom gave a speech, and every time he referred to the bride, he accidentally used his son's ex-wife's name. Which
Oh,
that happened to me
ex-wife.
not on my
Ex-wife
wedding,
is worse.
But when I was dating
Ex-wife is
Jacob,
even
we went
worse.
to New York, and we were with his aunt, and she kept calling me his ex-girlfriend's name, but like his high school
really?
ex-girlfriend. Like she just kept calling me that, and I was like, "What is
Oh
going
no.
on?"
Did you correct her?
No, her daughter was there, and she kept correcting her. It was just like so weird and funny.
That's so
I'm
awkward.
so like I'm so awkward that I wouldn't say anything. Like I would just let her
That's
keep
what I was
calling me
doing.
that.
That's so funny.
I want to share this last one. I projectile vomited into my new husband's mouth during our first dance because I was overheated, dehydrated, in a tight corset, and had 85 people staring at me. LOL. And I love that because I pictured myself doing that
Oh,
to
no.
Derek.
I pictured Mackenzie.
And I'm just like, that would be so funny, but it's so sad, like to do that in front of like a lot of people. But
That's
like,
so bad.
the idea of throwing up in Derek's mouth is so
Oh.
funny.
I just know that would happen with you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of those intrusive thoughts that I have. Like, if I'm ever feeling sick, I'm like, am I going to just vomit on someone? So, anyways.
Oh my gosh, that
That's
would be so
bad.
traumatizing.
Oh my gosh.
If I was that person's partner, I think I would have a really hard time like kissing them after that, because do you ever just like eat a food, get sick, and then you like never
You
want to
can't
eat
eat
that
that
food
anymore.
again?
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
almost the same
You
thing.
could never
Like,
Yeah.
kiss him again. You're like, let's
I
get
can't
this
be
in a
around
moment.
you and
You
not
can't look
smell
at
your
them.
vomit in my
Oh.
mouth.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for that
But
person.
the like the image of like two people standing straight up and then vomiting like
Just, like-
straight across into their mouth, or possibly if the boy is taller, she's probably going upwards.
I love
Like,
that.
she had to aim, you know?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
ugh.
almost impressive.
Yeah. It
I
really
hate
is.
that. I hate that. I hate that.
It's amazing.
All right.
Now that we're all
This one is short. This says a barn wedding where you could hear a cow giving birth the whole ceremony.
That's beautiful.
I want to see that.
Mhm.
I would excuse myself from the ceremony to go
Be like,
witness the
There's
miracle of
something
life.
more important going on over there. I'd really like to check
It's,
that
yeah.
out.
it's beautiful symbolism of a new beginning.
Well, that's
Right.
just one of those funny things too. It's like there's nothing you can do about that. You know, like
Yeah.
it just happens. You just deal with
Ye-
it.
Exactly. Like the cow's just like,
Yeah.
you can't make it go any faster. You can't postpone your wedding, so you just have to deal with it.
That's rough.
Oh,
That's
I
amazing.
love that. Complications people don't think about getting married at like
a barn.
barns and just outdoors in general.
That's so
Rough.
wild.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, these were fun. Wait, did either of Jenny or Kenzie, did you have any more? I don't have any more.
I'm Gucci.
I love that.
Okay.
That was a fun way to end. My
I
goodness.
love weddings. I could talk about weddings forever.
Weddings are fun.
So this was fun.
I love them.
Just picture yourself projectile vomiting into your partner's mouth.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I just can't
And
picture
think,
myself
how does it
projectile
go?
He
vomiting
would
at all.
forgive you, then he's the one.
I don't
Or
think
she.
Scott would forgive me.
Yeah. I will say Andrew is a saint with this because there was one year where I was sick on my birthday and it had gotten like all over our bed, all over the floor.
Ew.
And he spent the entire night like cleaning up, and I can't handle my own smell. I'd never be able to handle his smell. Like, no.
That's rough.
So the fact that he was able to, like, he was so loving and it was so sweet. That was like within our first year of marriage. And I was like, all right,
I'd divorce
you're
you.
okay.
I got to keep her.
So praises to him.
That's amazing.
Praise be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining this fun episode all about weddings. If you have made it this far and you don't already know, we post episodes every single week on Mondays. You can come back here next Monday and listen to another awesome episode. We also post them on YouTube so that you can see our beautiful faces if you would like to do that.
Yes.
And you can follow us on Twitter and not Twitter, I'm sorry, TikTok and Instagram at the Beesies Podcast.
And while you're on my TikTok, let me know if you think, or sorry, our TikTok. Let me know
It's
if you
Kenzie's
think we're
now.
being shadow banned.
Yes. Yeah, go
Kenzie's
tell
a little
us.
worried about
Thank
this.
you.
We are a little worried.
Yep.
We love you all.
Yeah.
See you next
Okay.
week.
See you next
Bye.
week.